This is interesting because Tucker Carlson, again, doing better reporting on freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and fighting back against oppression in journalism. He's doing a better job than everybody else in corporate news. And editors and publishers of the 5 media organizations who first partnered with Julian Assange, The Guardian, The New York Times, Le Monde, El País, and Der Spiegel, call for his immediate release. Boy, they're certainly not going to put it on the front page of the New York Times, are they? Well, where did they put that? When did they call for him in a memo? When is the New York Times really pushing? Notice how it's not the Washington Post. It's not the Washington Post. It's not Jeff Bezos. So why do I bring this up? Because Tucker Carlson, he had on Julian Assange's father, and watch this.
For 13 years, he spent the last 4 in a prison and in London. What did Julian Assange do wrong? Well, initially they accused him of a sex crime. They turned out to be fake, more lies. His real crime was reporting, like journalism, accurate information that Western leaders wanted to keep hidden because it embarrassed them. So a new documentary offers perspective on what has happened to Assange. It's told from the perspective of his father, John Shipton, as well as his wife, Stella Morris. The film is called Ithaca. Here's the trailer.
My name is John Shipton. I'm Julian Assange's father.
WikiLeaks found that Julian Assange has been arrested.
One of the most notorious and controversial figures in custody.
Assange will remain behind bars until that extradition hearing, which has been set down for the end of February.
I urge the Department of Justice to drop the charges.
The maximum jail sentence of 175 years.
Because he published the truth.
How does it feel to be the father of such a controversial figure, something he's known around the world?
John Shipton is Julian Assange's father. Gabriel Shipton is his brother. Both of them join us now. Thank you both for coming on.
So disappointed that the Shiptons went on Tucker's show, the highest rated news program in the country, to try to free their son and brother. Did they even bother to ask whether he accepts their concept of gender fluidity? Even if they're successful and Assange is freed, is it really worth the cost?
You remember when they had the fake sex assault charges on Julian?
Yeah, they said he raped somebody. Yeah.
Well, first thing they didn't wear a condom for the second time.
Turns out,
three-way.
Yeah.
It was complete setup, and at the time it seemed like that, but that was the height of this is why how you know woke when you can't define it. That's why I think it's a government project, because I know there's a lot of inconveniences got taken care of once and then meanwhile Epstein came out. Well, shut up, Tommy, shut up about it.
Yeah. Everybody worries about rape when it's him. Here we go.
Just to you first, the obvious question: are you any closer to getting your son out of prison tonight?
No closer, but we have a rising tide worldwide of support. Every parliamentary democracy in the Western world has an Assange support group within it, and we characterise the previous election of the government in Australia as an Assange government because each of the successful candidates and the independents and the Greens stood on a platform of bring Assange home to Australia.
So, and he should be. The malice that's been directed toward him tells you a lot about
it looks a little like Kyle Dunnigan's character.
People directing it. Gabriel, let me ask you, what are the impediments? Who is standing in the way of this, if we could put a finer point on this? Who's preventing your brother from getting out?
Well, the National Security DOJ are the ones who are behind this prosecution of Julian. I think if they would relook at this case and realise that they're prosecuting someone for doing what journalists do every day, publish, or what they should be doing, publishing without fear or favour, then they would realise that this prosecution needs to come to an end, that they should listen to outlets like yours, as well as the New York Times, as well as many other groups, human rights groups, free press groups, and First Amendment advocates who are all calling for this prosecution to be dropped because of the threat that it poses to the First Amendment in the USA.
I don't understand, John, how politicians can get up and say they support democracy and simultaneously support the imprisonment of a man for telling the population what the government is doing in its name.
Well, I don't understand it myself. You know, the goal of the United States Constitution is, of course, the rights and, of course, fundamentally, the First Amendment. Why they want to truncate their own magnificent gift to humankind has got us beat. But we keep on, and we keep on getting more and more support. I think we've got 52 screenings around the United States with Q&A, so if people come along, they can get the full story and ask a question of anything they doubt or want to know further.
when they get and I can speak for myself, I didn't have the full story. I didn't understand it. Once I looked into it, I wound up on your side. So I hope others take that same step. John and Gabriel Shipton, thank you both very much.
So there's Tucker Carlson. I wonder, I kept looking for the interview on MSNBC and CNN with Julian Assange's father and brother about this. I couldn't find it. I'm sure it's there.
Well, they have. So the Democrats that turned on him probably still imagine that he's the one that hacked Hillary's emails.
Yes, they do,
and are also dumb enough to think that's what he's in jail for.
That's what they think.
That for what he did to Hillary.
That is what people think. They think,
and not the fun. That's unbelievable. But that's what they think. They don't look into the detail. No, who looks into details of things? Why would you? That would be research.
So Pramila Jayapal got asked if she believes it's time to free Julian Assange. So let's listen to this.
I'm with Seattle for Assange, and given the near stranglehold of corporate media on information, which can't be denied, don't you think it's time to free Julian Assange?
So she said yes, just yes. That's what she said. So you got to give it to her. She said yes, I guess. She said yes.
Yeah, it says New York Times. Don't mean you got to do shit.
That means you don't have to do anything about it. That's about as much enthusiasm she has for it, too. Yes.
Did anybody see me say that? Okay.
Okay, yes.
Next question.
Yes, Mr. Eddie's father. Yes.
She was all nervous. She thought they were asking about a nuclear war with Russia.
And check this out. No results. So if you check on Julian Assange, no results from Bernie Sanders on Julian Assange. AOC, no results. Isn't that weird? That weird? Big fighters for free speech. And no, they're just hacks. They're just hacks. God damn it. War pigs and hacks. That's what the Democrats are. Go to jimmydore.com to see my new stand-up special, COVID Lies Are Funny. For only $10, you get to become a premium member, too. And come see us do our live shows. We're going to be doing stand-up comedy in Milwaukee, Nashville, Honolulu, Los Angeles, Northampton, Massachusetts, Syracuse, New York, Cohoes, New York, Hartford, Connecticut, Baltimore, Maryland, and more. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.